Alright, greetings my dudes, and welcome to another update video. So, the changelog for patch point 13 is items will now drop on death, items will drop in max stacks when dropped on death, and then items on the ground can now have a count higher than 1. Torches will now properly relight the world when loading it, so before it just wouldn't reset the light values. The big one is increased noise map initialization speed. Torches are now an item in the inventory instead of a block. Item shadows now only appear when they are on the ground. Items will now hover up and down when dropped on the ground. And then I added held item models for blocks and regular items, and then view bobbing. So I will go ahead and demonstrate the loading of the noise maps. We'll just create a test world here. So if you've played any patch between 0.7 and 0.12, it takes a really long time for the noise maps to initialize, about a minute or so, CPU dependent. What I did was I offloaded the noise map generation to the GPU, so it's much faster. So before, it would take about a minute for the noise maps to initialize, and then maybe another minute for the threads to finalize. So now if I click this, it just immediately goes to the generation of the world, and now it's finalizing all the chunk threads. So we just wait for this to finish now, and then we'll actually, be in the world. The other thing that I changed was the item models in the inventory. Or I think I went over that. But basically, torches used to render as like the block texture in a block model when viewed in the inventory. Now they just render as a flat sprite like they're supposed to. So I made sure that was initialized and ready to go. And then now we just sit here and wait. All right, we've spawned in somewhere. Let me just do this to make sure it saves. All right, so if you look carefully, the actual camera is very slightly moving. I think it still needs some tweaking, but I'll work that as I get there. Anyways, break a block, and then pick it up, and as you can see, it's held in my hand. And then if I left click, the block will move, and it'll show like a hit animation. And this is varying based off whatever block you're holding. So if I go and grab like some logs here. There we go. Yeah, that's it for the main changes to the world here. It's not a lot of things, but again, that doesn't render until it's on the ground, or the shadow doesn't. And then if I die, it would drop all of these two dirt blocks as one item. Currently, I don't really have any way to combine them on the ground. I might work that at some point. But for right now, you can still only drop one item at a time. I did mean to actually add the inventory dropping on death in the last patch, however, I forgot to. So instead, right now, in 0.12, if you die, it just gets rid of your inventory, which is not good. And then the items now fall slower. So before, well, it's a little floatier. That might need some tweaking as well, but before it fell pretty quickly. So let me go to the other testing world that I have. And then I will show the torch model in the test world. It's still nighttime. And it's still not lit yet. Oh yeah, I forgot I was over here on this hill. Or I guess this chunk's just not going to render. Ow. Okay, so you can see the torch model in the left-hand corner. It's just the 2D sprite, but it's got a slight 3D model to it. Same little hit thing. Additionally, I don't know how visible it was with the daytime world, but as I rotate the block around, the shading will change on there. And also the model for what's held in the hand will change based off of the light levels surrounding you. Yeah, I believe that's all of the visual changes. I don't know why this chunk's not rendering. I could look at the output console. Yeah, I guess it's just not rendering. Cool. Sometimes that happens. Yeah, so that's it for this for right now. Torches are still not yet obtainable. Eventually, I gotta rework some... Oh, yeah. Actually, before I continue with my statement, this is what they look like on the ground. So, yeah, that's what a single item looks like on the ground. And then same thing with this. It's not very visible here. You can see a little bit better where it's hovering up and down. And then these are billboarded, so they're always going to face and rotate towards the camera. Yeah, but that's it for this. just some small changes. The biggest one, of course, being the noise map initialization, because now it doesn't take like 2 minutes to load into a world. But yeah, that is it for this. So I will see you guys later. Take care.